In this video, we're going to tackle about the Q&A portion of a job interview, or the rightful answers to respective questions during a job interview. Prior to an interview, we have to think like the interviewer or anticipate the questions that will be asked if we are going to attend a job interview. So what does the manager want to know? That we have the following: we are the best person to accomplish his or her three goals. You will not become his or her worst fear. You will make the company better. The manager's life easier. The manager become more successful and look better. What kinds of questions will the manager ask? All interviews are different. However, since most interviews are routine, there are some routine questions you can expect. Okay, we have to take note the following areas the manager needs to know about you. The first one is education experience. So we have to give details about this, what learnings we have done in relation to the skills needed to a job position, general intelligence skills, attitudes, and personality. So we have the following list of common questions and their respective answers. The first one is tell me about yourself. If we're going to answer this, we have to highlight your background as it relates to particular job. The second one is in what ways will your education or training help you in this position? So we need to emphasize or demonstrate your capacity to make practical application of formal knowledge and training. Why did you specialize in your particular field? So we're going to highlight our enthusiasm or solicits clues about the basic value system, hence your enthusiasm on the job position. Tell me about a problem you solved on your previous job. So we're going to express the solutions we have done, effective solutions we have done to solve those problems. Provide information that includes problems you have handled, actions you have taken, and results premise that past behavior predicts your future behavior. The next question is, do you prefer to work alone or do you prefer to work as a part of a group? So this is actually tricky. um, Double-edged sword. Work alone could be self-starter. Work in group could be a team player. So stress both attributes. So you're going to express your interpersonal skills on a team and interpersonal skills on working alone. So what do you know about our company? So prior answering this, so you have to be um, in-depth in the knowledge about the background of the company. So you have to use company research. So why are you interested in working for this company? So you have to express the skills or relate your skills to what you know about the company. How does this position fit into your future plans? Where do you see yourself in 3 years? Demonstrate ambition, potential, and flexibility. So you have to express your enthusiasm on your career path on that company. In a job, what interests you most in list? So you have to answer it by relating to the position. Describe your best and worst boss. Okay? So this is a little bit tricky, but you have to be positive. How do others describe you? So you have to express your personal traits and characteristics adjectives. But most importantly, you have to express the traits that are compatible to the skills on your job position application. What do you consider your single most noteworthy accomplishment in your last job? So we have the following questions. Give me one good reason why should I hire you? What qualifications do you have for this job? If you were hired, what ideas, talents you could contribute to this position? What do you consider your most outstanding quality? What evidence can you cite that demonstrate your job effectiveness? Give me two good reasons I should not hire you. What would you most like to improve about yourself? What could you have done better on your last job? What can you tell me that best illustrates your personal drive and motivation? So, if we're going to answer those following questions, we have to consider your strengths and weaknesses. For the strengths, identify your key strengths related to the job description. So, you have to highlight your um, strength regarding to your traits and skills, your education, and your knowledge regarding to that job position. The second one is provide evidence of strength utilization as a major demonstrated in your contribution, job, and success. So compare yourself with peers, okay? And pretend you're the employer. What qualities match job demands? So we have the weaknesses. How are we going to probe it? So we have your technical shortcomings. Okay? It's natural to have technical shortcomings in your knowledge, skills to perform a job. So your other weakness, we have interpersonal shortcomings, okay? The ability to relate to others. Usually this is done once you are hired, okay? We need to be good on dealing other people. So we have other personal shortcomings. So if we're going to solve our weaknesses, so we have to control our weaknesses by turning it into positive. So we have your questions. So interview is a two-way process. So the interviewee must prepare questions. Managers want to hear intelligent, well-thought questions. Company questions are the following. We have, what are the plans of the company for the future? How would someone with my background fit into the company plan? Is there a career path? Or where can I go from here, assuming that I perform the job's responsibility? What is the overall structure of the department where this position is located? What are some of the challenges and priorities of the company? So we have the following set of questions. For job questions, were there any questions I didn't provide an adequate answer? So you're going to answer this if you are given with the turn to ask questions. Were there any questions I didn't provide an adequate answers? Is this a new or replacement job? As you think about this position, what aspects of this job could be performed better? What do you visualize as the major opportunity areas for this position? To whom does this position report? What is the background of my potential boss? What qualification does your ideal candidate need? What are the opportunities for personal growth? Or if you were to offer me this job, where could I expect to be in 5 years? So let's proceed with compensation issues. Okay, this is a big no-no. Never ask about salary. The company will discuss salary when appropriate, usually reserved for the second interview or when there is a firm offer. When the offer is made, ask, is there a sign-on bonus or commission in addition to salary? How often are the reviews? In addition to this, we have the benefits questions. Company benefits are often worth 25 to 50% or more of cash salary offered. Ask when you are eligible for the plan. Do I have a choice of benefits available? And we have to negotiate, okay? Negotiations. Everything can be negotiated after you have received an offer. Know the market and request consideration in terms of salary, benefits, and perks. Then we have the following legal questions. For age, you could be asked whether you are above minimum or maximum age. But if you are an interviewer, never ask age, birth date, birth certificate, high school graduation date. For a criminal record, okay, it is okay to be asked for a conviction record if it relates to the ability to do the job, but never ask arrest records. For disabilities, can be asked anything that relates to the ability to do the job, but never ask anything that does not relate to the ability to do the job. Then we have marital and family status. Okay, so you can never be asked, okay? And never ever ask relating to this. For a national origin, whether the candidate can legally work in the US, this is for international, okay? This can be asked, okay? Whether the candidate can legally work in the US. But you cannot be asked for anything that deviates with this. Then we have your race, religion, sex, okay? Both. We are not required to ask regarding race, religion, and sex. So the next presentation will deal about the tips and interviews dress codes.